Okay, so I've been trying to come up with some new articles for my website, and this one's been kicking around for a while. I was going to do some videos, which I still will, but the subject is the stuff no one told you online, which is a whole series of things I've been discovering. And anyway, just rambling along here. None of this is AI, this is all me. But I thought I need an image. So going by this little thing here, I've worked out, well, actually I said this to ChatGPT to work out what we can make in terms of an expression or something catchy from the letters used in the word plan. Okay, so that's what all acronyms are, but I'm working backwards. So I never work backwards. So I've asked Alex, what learning phrase can we make from the word plan? All right, so we went through a few things. This is just all the suggestions that my ChatGPT AI, which I call Alex, came up with. And after having a quick skim through it all, I decided to go for the pick, learn, act next as the representation of the word plan. Try and keep it or have something meaningful. Anyway, so after a bit more discussions, he really loves to throw ideas at you, but all I was after was an image. So and he's usually been extremely good at it. So let's give you a quick hint of what's about to come. So he has this habit of throwing up these images, which I think he's grabbing off the internet, which I can't use, so I'm not sure why he shows those. But anyway, and I sort of skim through all this stuff. Anyway, so I finally asked for just make me an image, please, and it came up with this. All right, so we've got the pick, learn, act next concept there, but it's all backwards. So I've sort of suggested that the order's not the right way. And yes, he's saying, yes, you're right. Does this a lot, actually. This is one of those instances where I've had to fight with the AI a bit over something simple, which has been different. So we had another crack, and then we come up with this thing. So you can see here that it's added in as NECT word, which has nothing to do with the price of fish. And just to cut a long story short, this went on for a while. Right, so I've asked it to do it again. It's acknowledged that it was wrong, and it's just generated the same thing. And again, it just keeps spitting out the wrong rubbish. So it took a bit of persistence. Now he's suggesting everything that should be happening, of course, because he knows, or he's very aware of what's happening. And again, so we've come out with the same thing. So he did tell me that the image model generator always starts from scratch. So I brought up the point that if that's the case, why is it always coming up with the same thing after we've been trying to tell it otherwise, which I find scary, well, more annoying than anything, but it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so we carried on again the same thing. It's just really got it in its head that it has to put this word NECT in there, and I do not know how it's even coming up with that. Anyway, it just went on and on and on. Then we started going for a circle. All right, so it's a a loop, and then it came up with the word LECT. So I don't know where it's come from. I don't know how it got there. Again, he's acknowledging that it's wrong, and we're going to get it. So we started getting the words right, but then we got the orders wrong. So PLNA. And I've brought that to his attention, and he's fully acknowledging what's wrong. And we just went on and on. And I've even said here, I'm a bit surprised because he's saying that yeah, it's always done from scratch. I said, I'm a bit surprised this is rather basic, and you've been churning out some amazing, mind-blowing, creatively exceptional, not a single mistake ever until now. And yeah, so again, it's gone PLNA. So you can understand I'm getting a little bit stressed by now. This is meant to be something simple. And again, it's done it wrong. Alright, so more discussions, and he's telling me stuff. He's a bit chatty. And anyway, just cut. I'll probably said already. Oh, this one worked. PLAN. And that's the final image. I'm just going down here. Yep. So he's quite pleased with himself that we finally got it right. Now, the reason why I'm so surprised that this was happening is because it can do this in one hit. And it can do stuff like this without mistakes. Everything's spelled correctly. It's even done graphical stuff. This was for a YouTube song I've done and released about haggis. Just to be different. And look, it's very detailed. It's, you know, it's not something simple. Even this thing, I mean, most of the ants look right, but it got that in one go. But to get to here took a long time. So that's why I'm a bit confused and a little bit disappointed and stressed. But I thought I'd just show you this because it still happens. This is how it used to be in the old days. And when we say the old days, probably about a year ago, that you would be struggling with getting the words right on images. In fact, sometimes you just had to go put them on yourself. But to date, I've been singing praises of ChatGPT and the image it's been spitting out, because it does all my Facebook ones. It comes out with some incredibly complex stuff and gets everything right first time. And it couldn't do this, which just goes to show it's not infallible. It still has its moments, but overall it's still a good tool. I could have really just drawn this myself, but that's the whole point of using AI these days, is just to make you more productive. So what's the moral of the story to this? Well, I think number one is there will be times when you're not going to get what you're after, as same in life. But if you're persistent, you will get there in the end. So this is really a battle of persistence, and it was interesting because he's sounding like he was on my side. And we were both battling the image part of this thing. Anyway, it's all good. So I'm going to now, I'll just show what I'm going to do. If you're interested, I'll just keep going. So I finally got the image that I wanted. Now this thing's a bit big and annoying, so I'm going to download it. I just like to stick all these into one folder so I can find them again, but I'm going to make some changes to this one. So now I'm in Linux, if this all looks weird to you. Now we'll add this, the one we just did. I'm going to open it with GwenView. For some reason lately it's been doing that, so I'm just going to go right click more, maximize, bring it back down onto the screen properly. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick crop because there's too much white space. There's various tools that you can do this with. I'm just using this one called GwenView on Ubuntu that I use. I may even just get rid of that. I think that should be nice and simple. No, I'm not really worrying too much about the dimensions, although it does tell me down here, so I should really make them the same. Let me just let's see, that's that one. So I could make that 720. Oh, let's go the right way. Okay, I can just move that around. That seems to capture. Let's get a bit of padding on each, the top and the bottom. That looks good. So I'm going to hit crop. That's a new image. I'm going to resize this because it's 720. I'm going to resize it to 400. Click on resize. Now I have a method where I'm going to say, when I do the save as, that's the original image, I'm going to say it's 400 by 400. Oh, just one other thing I want to do before I do this. I want to save this as a WebP file. So I'm going to select WebP. Alright, I'm going to rename it to 400 by 400 cropped. And it's just to tell me that I've done some changes to it. I've still got the original. And going to save that. Alright, so now I've finally got my image. I'm going to go back into my article that I'm trying to write. I want to stick the image in here, so I'm just going to go image. I'm inside WordPress at the moment. I'm going to go upload plan, and I want, this is what happens when you call them all plan, but they are time stamped. So I want this one. There we go. Still a bit big, but I can shrink it up a bit. There we go. And we're all done, alright? That should do it for now. So I just thought I'd show you that because I was getting a bit stressed. Ah dear, the joys of life. Alright. Well, I don't know if this actually told you anything useful, but just really the moral of the story, like I said before, is just be persistent when these things happen, and unfortunately they still do, and we can get around them eventually. So, bit of fun. We'll keep going, and until next time, have fun, stay productive, and I'll talk to you later, and cheers for now.